Hey guys, welcome back to Algebra 2. It's Tuesday, April 28th, and we're going to look at graphing piecewise functions. And all this is completely done within Delta Math. And so what I did as I was kind of setting up the lesson is I went and I watched the help videos, and wow, they were helpful. While I know how to do these on paper, I did not know how to do these with the clicking of buttons and things to get the answer within Delta Math. So watching the Delta Math help videos, so the first one was only like 2 minutes. So it was very, very beneficial to see how to create lines, how to create open circles and closed circles that are going to be needed in order to get the problems right. Okay? So I highly recommend using the help videos for this section. Okay? All right, so let's show you, and I'll zoom in here a little bit. There are two sections of Delta Math problems in tonight's homework, okay? So this is going to be the level 1 type of a problem. And man, this help video helped tremendously, okay? They did a great job of explaining how to do the problem as well as how to use Delta Math. All right, so we have two different problems. We have two different lines that we're going to have to graph, okay? And they're separated by the 3x minus 4 and the 2, okay? So these are both linear. They're both lines. And over here on the right, this part here, this is the domain. These are the x values that exist for each graph. This looks a little out of focus, so I'm going to focus it again. Maybe it's just my contacts. So this is the domain that we will use for each of the equations. Just a reminder, if you see a less than sign, you cannot see that, boom. If you see a less than sign or a greater than sign, these are open circles, okay? And again, Delta Math will help you show you how to get that in your answer. If you were to see a less than or equal to or a greater than or equal to, these are closed circles, okay? And again, very important to the answer of this problem. So I would highly recommend watching the help video. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you how to graph 3x minus 4 for the domain of x is less than 1. And so I'm going to create a t-chart. It's actually going to be more like an H chart, okay? So I'm going to put the 3x minus 4 equation, which is the equation that's on top. I'll put that in the middle. On the left-hand side, I'm going to put the x value. And on the right-hand side, we're going to put the y value that we actually calculate. Now, for this problem, it says to use x is less than 1. So our first x value will be 1. But I need to realize that that's going to be an open circle when we calculate that. So let's calculate it with 1. 3 times 1 minus 4. So 3 times 1 minus 4. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Okay, again, that is an open circle. So what we just did is created an ordered pair. 1, negative 1. And that's going to have an open circle on it. So I'm going to go to positive 1, negative 1. Oh, I will see if I can get a smaller pen for this. Let's see. Looking for something smaller. Give me a second. My graph's not very big, so this will work. So I have an open circle right there. That ordered pair right there is 1, negative 1. Okay? So that's what we calculated. It says to use 1 as the x value. So we used 1 as the x value. We took that 1, we plugged it into the equation, and we got out of it a negative 1. Why is it an open circle? Because inequalities, okay, that do not have an equal to with them are to be open circles. Okay, they're not included in the actual graph. All right, so the next x value that we will use for this problem has to be less than 1. So the next value less than 1 is a 0. So we plug that in. 3, 0, minus 4. So 3 times 0 is 0, minus 4 is negative 4. So we plot that ordered pair, 0, negative 4, which is right here. And so what's going to happen is now, let's graph another point. Let's do that. So we'll go down to the next number that's less than negative 1. 3, negative 1, negative 4. So negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. So we have an ordered pair, negative 1, negative 7. So negative 1, negative 7 is right there. And so you'll see that it's starting to create a line that's going to go on forever. Okay? So that is the top problem, 3x minus 4, for x is less than 1. Now this bottom problem, the 2, we'll start a new little chart for it. Okay, it says to use the x values that are greater than 5. So we'll start with 5. It's going to be an open circle. I'm just going to write that down as many times as I can so you'll know what that's going to be. So it says to take 5, plug it into 2. You can't plug it into 2, so what happens? You get a 2. What this problem is doing is it's saying that every y value is going to be 2. So we have our first ordered pair, 5, 2. So 5, let me get a smaller, let me get a little bit smaller pencil here, something to write with. So 5, 1, 2. We have an open circle right there at 5, 2. We're going to continue with x values that are greater than 5. So we go to 6, plug the 6. You can't plug 6 into 2, so it just becomes 2. So you get a dot right there at 6, 2. Next number, 7. Plug 7. Can't plug 7 into 2, so you just get 2. So what we're going to get is we're going to get a horizontal line that starts right there at the 5, 2 open circle, and we continue to the right forever. So this is what the graph will look like once you decide, once you get it kind of completed within Delta Math. How do you get it onto the graph? You need to watch these help videos and let Delta Math show you how to get it in there. They do a great job. So I'm going to show you a couple more. All right. So this first one is negative 6. And it's going to be a horizontal line. Okay. The x values that we're going to use are negative 1. That is not a negative 1 at all. Where that came from. Negative 1. Negative 2. That's not. Let's try a 0, coach. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So they want all the x values between negative 1 and positive 3. Now, on the negative 1, it's closed because of the equal to sign that's underneath the inequality. The 3 is going to be open because of the inequality sign that's right there. So if you paid attention to the last problem, you can't plug any of these values into negative 6. So the y value automatically becomes negative 6 for each one of these. This is an open circle. This is a closed circle. So we're going to graph these ordered pairs onto the graph. So negative 1, negative 6, negative 1, negative 6, 0, negative 6, 1, negative 6, 2, negative 6, and 3. Oh, how about that? That was supposed to be a closed circle, so let's close it. And 3, negative 6. That is the open circle right there. So we'll connect those and leave that 3, negative 6 open. So that's the first part of our piecewise function. Let's try the second one. We'll use 4x minus 18. And we're going to use the values 3, 4, 5, and 6 to come up with the equation. Now, as far as being open and closed, you'll see that the 3 is going to be open and the 6 is going to be closed. Okay, so let's plug some numbers in. So 4 times 3 minus 18, that's 12 minus 18, be negative 6. 4 times 4 minus 18 is 16 minus 18, be negative 2. 4 times 5 minus 18 is 20 minus 18, that's a positive 2. And 4 times 6 minus 18 is 24 minus 18, which would be positive 6. So we'll go plot those points. So I need an open 3, negative 6. So 3, negative 6 puts me right back on top of that open circle we already had. 4, negative 2. 5, positive 2. And 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll connect those points. And that's what that graph looks like. So use your T-charts to calculate the ordered pairs that they're asking you to do. And so you'll see it says to click and drag. Click and drag to make a line. Click the line to delete it. Click. Delta Math will help you if you watch the help video. By clicking, you change the arrows. You can get rid of the line. You can change it to an open circle, a closed circle, okay? So pay attention to the help video. It'll help you a lot. All right, last one. Now, this is section 2. This is like level 2, so these become a little bit tougher. So if you didn't like the first section, you probably won't like this section very much. But in section 2, you click on these to change it from a line to a closed circle to open circle. So play around with it a little bit, maybe before you actually try one full out. So maybe plot some stuff down here, click, 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 so you'll play around, and then maybe give up on that problem and move on to one that you actually want to try. We've got 3 sections to this one. So we'll start with x plus 2 for values that are less than negative 5. So we'll start with negative 5. We'll have an open circle right there. Things that are less than negative 5 are negative 6, negative 7. For the middle one, we're going to do negative 2, and we're only going to use it for negative 5. That's the only one. And then on the third one, we'll do negative 2x minus 17, and we're using values that are greater than negative 5. So we'll use negative 5 again. It'll be open. So negative 4, negative 3 should be enough for us to get all that taken care of. So this is going to help us plot the points that we put on the graph that you're going to click these to help get created on the graph. So negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. So we have open circle there on that top problem because of the nature of the inequality. So negative 5, negative 3, negative 5, 1, 2, 3. open circle. -6, -4 will be, let's see, be right there. And -7, -5 is right there. And we will just continue going in that direction forever. So that's the first part. The green part is only a point. It's just going to be this point. Since you can't plug -5 into -2, you just get -2. So this becomes an ordered pair, -5, -2, just above that open circle. So it's just a dot. That's it. One dot. And then down the bottom, -2 times -5 plus 7. Oop, that's a -17, by the way. -17. So that's 10 minus 17 would be -7. -2 times -4 minus 17. That'd be 8 minus 17 be -9. And -2 times -3 minus 17. Is that right? Yep. It would be 6 minus 17, which would be -11. So those are our ordered pairs with an open there at -5, -7. So let me see if I can find a red. Okay, so -5, -7 be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, open circle. So -4, -9, -4, -9 is here, and -3, -11. Oh, that's a little bit short there. How about right there? And then -3, -11 would be about right there. So our red would take on that nature of the graph right there. So that's graphing piecewise. It is going to be a little bit challenging, but please, please, please check out these help videos. They will help you out tremendously, okay? You got 10 Delta Math problems, 5 of each of the levels. And then please just watch the help videos. I promise they'll help you if you are wanting the help, okay? Good luck. Let me know if you need any help.